Right now, authorities arrest a suspect in a Fitchburg murder. How investigators say the woman knew the victim.
The weather around here getting ready to turn unsettled and wet yet again. We're going to track what you need to know just minutes away.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Leah Lynchine. Thanks for waking up with us. We have new information this morning. An arrest made in connection with the stabbing homicide in Fitchburg over the weekend.
33-year-old Kanaya Quinn in the Dane County Jail this morning. She's being held on a tentative charge of first-degree intentional homicide. She had been living with the victim at the time. This stabbing happened early Saturday around 2:30 a.m. on Greenway Cross. The Dane County Medical Examiner has identified the victim as 62-year-old Fred Edwards Jr. The investigation into the circumstances of the homicide remain open and active.
Continuing coverage this morning, the De Pere community is shaken up after an attack on a mother while she was walking with her infant child. Authorities responded to a call on the East River Trail yesterday. They say they found the woman almost immediately. The baby's father discovered the baby in a grassy area about 50 yards away. No word on the woman's condition this morning, but the child doesn't appear to have any significant injuries. Right now, police believe it was likely done randomly by a stranger.
New developments this morning in the Kyle Rittenhouse case. A weapons charge against the Illinois man will stay for now. That's the ruling from the judge after the defense asked him to throw it out. Rittenhouse is charged with shooting 3 people during protests in Kenosha last summer. He's facing homicide charges and being a minor in possession of a firearm. Rittenhouse was 17 at the time and has said that he acted in self-defense. The trial is set to start November 1st.
6:01 now. Let's turn over to Chris Reese with your certified most accurate forecast. Hey, Chris.
Good morning. We're talking about why things are getting ready to be unsettled yet again. It's all about the upper air setup. And here's what we're watching. We have this area, low pressure towards the south. We also have a jet stream that is well to the north of Wisconsin. A jet stream being to our north that's going to hold warmer air that holds more water as well. So one, we have the moisture. On top of that, this area of low pressure, it is cut off from the jet stream. So instead of being a part of it and moving along, it's going to sit here, it's going to spin, and it's going to slowly meander, slowly working its way northward towards us as we go through the next couple of days. So watch this. This is future track just through today. You see that spin in the shower activity, but I also want to highlight this right here in parts of Kentucky and Tennessee. Watch how this moisture starts to work its way upwards towards Chicago. By the time we get you towards tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning, it's going to be knocking on the door for us here in southern Wisconsin, eventually starting to work its way throughout late morning and parts of the afternoon. So the rain in Tennessee this morning is going to be on top of Wisconsin as we start to move towards tomorrow morning. That being said, we are dry as you head out the door right now in southern Wisconsin. We're going to keep things dry as we go throughout today. We are waking up with cloud cover. That cloud cover has worked as a blanket, so our temperature is still at 60 degrees right now. And that's what we've seen for the past couple of mornings. You're waking up and temperatures are right around 60. In fact, Janesville's at 64. We're at 57 in the Dells. Watoma's waking up at 57. Viroqua, good morning. You're waking up at 60 as well. Let's plan out the day. Let's put this into motion. Here we are at lunchtime. Some of those clouds actually begin to break up. So I want you to take your sunglasses today, because if you're going out for lunch, you're going to run into a little bit of sunshine. But by the time we get you towards that evening commute, here we go. Once again, more of that cloud cover is going to start to work its way on in from the south. That is our next system moving through, and this leads to the spotty showers overnight that leads to more widespread rain showers as we start to move into parts of your Thursday. So keep that in mind, folks. If you're going to be going out and about, we're even talking more rain chances as we start to move into early next week. And I don't even have a chance to break those down just yet. We have to wait until the next weather segment for that. But folks, go ahead and get your system or your plans ready for this next system as we start to move towards tomorrow, because it'll likely impact you if not headed to work, headed home from work. 74 on Friday, 80 as we move towards Saturday, and then we have more rain chances Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and next Thursday. Here in a couple minutes, we're going to take a moment to focus on those next rain chances as well.
We're usually done with the 80s by now, right?
We are usually done with the 80s. Typically in late September, that comes to an end. It wouldn't be the first time it's happened in October, though. We also know it can snow in October, so it's the world of change around here.
I'd like to see a little bit more sun, but it doesn't look like we're going to see a whole heck of a lot of it.
I was going to say 6 months of clouds. It's that time of the year. We're getting there.
All right, thanks, Chris. 6:04 now. New this morning, Madison City Council just approved the purchase of a vacant building It's going to serve as the homeless men's shelter. According to the State Journal, City Council voted last night 14-6 on the purchase of a building on Zaire Road near Easttown Mall. This is the previous Savers building. It will now serve as a temporary site for the men who are currently staying at a city-owned building meant to become a public market on the east side.
News 3 now, your local coronavirus headquarters. 21 counties in the state are still in the critically high category for COVID transmission. The 7-day average across the state looking to be on the way down in recent weeks. That trend has since changed this week. It's up this morning at more than 2,600 with 13 deaths.
New this morning, the Madison Metro School District just updated their latest COVID-19 case count numbers. The district added 89 new COVID-19 cases in the last week. 422 more are considered close contacts. In the last 2 weeks, at least 170 people in the district have tested positive for the virus.
Madison East High School reporting 17 positive cases and 106 close contacts over the last 2 weeks. School officials there are now canceling this week's varsity and JV football games due to health and safety protocols. JV was supposed to play today, then varsity tomorrow against Verona. East High says as of now, no other sports are affected.
Governor Evers announcing $75 million in grants. It'll support businesses impacted by the pandemic. That money will be split into 2 programs. Half will go to the Diverse Business Assistance Grant Program. Half will go into the Diverse Business Investment Grant Program.
It's been very difficult for everybody in Wisconsin to get through this pandemic, especially our small businesses, and it's really, really important that we start to view this through an equity lens and make sure that everybody bounces back better.
In addition, the governor announced an open application period for the previously announced $50 million Equitable Recovery Grant Program. Grants of up to $1 million will be provided per eligible nonprofit, with applications accepted through November 5th. All 3 programs are funded by the Federal American Rescue Plan Act.
Former Governor Scott Walker's son is joining the Rebecca Clayfish campaign for the governor's office. She announced Tuesday Alex Walker will serve as the campaign's political director. He does have prior experience working as Congressman Brian Stiles' campaign manager. He also worked with former Republican State Senator Leah Vukmir on her failed U.S. Senate run.
In Madison, a special visit from the Department of Workforce Development Secretary-designee Amy Pekacek. She toured the Ironworkers 383 Training Center on Manufacturers Drive. She's touting the apprenticeship programs as part of Manufacturing Month here in Wisconsin.
The beautiful thing about apprenticeship, it's a learn and earn model so that folks can come through here, learn their trade while they're earning money. These are fantastic, well-paying jobs.
Pekacek says even before the pandemic, there was a shortage in manufacturers. Right now in the state, with more baby boomers retiring and a drop-off in immigration, not enough people are available to fill those open positions.
Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg is responding to claims made by a whistleblower against his company in front of Congress this week. Frances Hogan tested before a Senate subcommittee Tuesday. She originally worked for Facebook as a product manager. Hogan told lawmakers that Facebook and Instagram are using algorithms that entice teens with dangerous content.
Facebook understands that if they want to continue to grow, they have to find new users. And the way they'll do that is by making sure that children establish habits before they have good self-regulation.
By hooking kids.
By hooking kids.
Zuckerberg responded in a lengthy Facebook post saying the claims don't make sense. He called the argument to push content to anger people for profit deeply illogical. He says his company has been industry-leading in research on impact and transparency. Meanwhile, the top Democrat on the committee, Senator Richard Blumenthal, says he will subpoena Zuckerberg if Facebook doesn't voluntarily testify.
It's been more than a week since the House committee investigating the January 6th Capitol breach subpoenaed former Donald Trump aide Dan Scavino, yet the committee has been unable to physically serve the subpoena to him. The deadline to comply for the subpoena is tomorrow, with the deposition coming on October 15th. Scavino is Trump's former White House deputy chief of staff. So if Trump allies refuse to comply with the subpoenas, the panel is considering whether to compel their cooperation with the threat of holding them in criminal contempt.
Coming up, some Wisconsinites have a new solution for speeders in their neighborhood.
Plus, Josh is in the 608 talking about a program to break the silence and stigma around mental health.
It's A
A1 Furniture's 42nd anniversary sale. Save up to 42% off store-wide. Get 42 months free financing plus tax included on purchases over $9.99. Huge selection in stock now at A1 Furniture.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-914-7929. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. We'll even show you how to use your stimulus money to jumpstart our services and get you debt-free faster than you ever thought possible. Call Credit Associates now to see how much you could save for free. Call 1-800-914-7929.
At U.S. Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. While the other guys may limit your options, at U.S. Cellular, you choose any phone and we make it free. That's right. Visit our store and any phone you see is free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month and get the most out of our state-of-the-art network, wherever you choose to go. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
Fry Construction is celebrating 26 years of providing excellence in home improvements. We strive to exceed the expectations of our clients with each and every project we do. Respected by your neighbors and voted Best of Madison 2 years in a row. Best kitchen and bath design, best roofer. Experience the Best of Madison for yourself and save 26% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. A tranquil lake, a serene sky, an emerald forest, a secret hideout. Thanks for being there just when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs.
Get 1.9% APR for 60 months on a new CHR, Sienna, RAV4, Venza, or Highlander. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Don't miss A1 Furniture's 42nd anniversary sale. Save up to 42% off name brand mattresses and get 42 months free financing plus tax included on purchases over $9.99. Huge selection in stock now at A1 Furniture.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
In the 608 this morning, there is a guy who is going to encourage you. He's trying to encourage you and really everybody out there to put their mental health first this week.
Josh Breider here now with how exactly he's doing just that. Hey, Josh.
Hey, guys. Good morning. The topic of mental health awareness has been a growing issue, especially over the last year and a half with the pandemic. And there's a local man doing something about it. Jake Heel is in the middle of his second annual 10 for 10 program right now, which for him means running. Keel is the director of Children, Youth, and Family Ministries at St. Luke's Church in Middleton. He started this program last year by committing to run 10 miles a day for 10 days. Jay and the 10 for 10 team are encouraging the community to take up their own 10-day commitment, joining in and talking about mental health.
Sometimes we have to just set a goal. It doesn't have to be, I'm going to tell my whole story today, but maybe it's I'm going to work on this one part. And I realize if I'm asking them to set goals, that I had to show that I could do that too, that I could be a leader in that. Running is actually a part of my own mental health journey, and I realized that if I wanted to raise that awareness, I wanted to use something that helped me and kind of connect those things and set a goal.
The goal of 10 for 10 is to have open and honest conversations around these topics as a community while working to break the silence and stigma around mental health. The program runs through Sunday, but Jay hopes this is just the start of what becomes more of a conversation going forward. To learn more about his efforts and for more mental health resources, I've put links up on this story, channel3000.com, guys. Such an important conversation, and big shout out to Jay because we did this interview right after he finished 10 miles.
Ow.
So
wow.
he was a little little tired. He's like, well, you're interviewing me after? I'm like, yeah, sorry about that, dude. But hey, he did really good.
It's an important enough topic for sure. And it sounds like he has his finger on the pulse of what's going on. I'm sure he's hearing from a lot of his congregation about how this last year and a half has affected him.
Oh, I'm sure.
And especially even this week, too, with the tragedy from over the weekend in Middleton affecting a lot of them. He said he's had a lot of families coming forward. So, I mean, this is a conversation that needs to be talked about day in, day out. This isn't going to be going anywhere.
You're absolutely right. Josh Breider, thanks a lot.
Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out to him on social media or shoot him an email for a chance to be featured. 6:15 now. Some neighbors in Milwaukee are enlisting the help of a new type of cop to help stop speeding on their street. They say they've been dealing with reckless drivers for years. They've even captured video like what you're about to see here of crashes right on their property. Incredible, right? Look at that. Yeah. Just a nightmare for them. So to combat that, they put this gentleman out. This is Officer Frank. Yeah, it looks pretty scary. Though he isn't a real police officer, homeowners are hoping for the same effect.
People have been coming down the hill and looking at it. I don't know if it's actually really stopped anybody, but we're trying.
Good effort, right?
I think this would work, you know, for people who aren't. No, hear me out.
Okay, I'm listening.
If you're driving through the neighborhood for the first time, or if you haven't seen the dummy yet,
you might slow down and look at it.
But is there something you wanted to say, Apple Watch?
My Apple Watch wants to weigh in. She does not understand.
Please, go ahead. Go ahead. No.
It's like when you put an owl in your garden, right?
There you go, or a scarecrow.
Yeah, it works.
Perfect. I like that the dummy has a laser tag gun as the radar.
Very clever. A paintball
stuff.
gun would have been clever too. In Milwaukee, Common Council did just pass a $7 million plan to address reckless driving.
So October's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We know this. Experts and patients want to get a message out that young women, really all young women, can get breast cancer. No one's immune, really. Take, for example, here, Erin Metleone. She is 37, has a healthy lifestyle. She was once a rockette. She's also performed opera. But a few months ago, she found a lump.
They discovered actual cancer on the right side. So the left side was a benign cyst, and they found cancer in the right breast and right lymph node.
So Erin is getting chemo now every 3 weeks, and then she'll get a double mastectomy and reconstruction. Her oncologist says women Erin's age are not generally screened. So experts are concerned about this, especially women postponing their screening because of the pandemic. And they're reminding patients that hospitals and screening centers are safe and to schedule their checkups.
The Coats for Kids October 9th deadline is coming up fast. We're inching closer to the 3,000 mark after receiving another 350 plus donations. We want to take a minute, thank everybody who has helped us get to this goal. We still are in need of child-sized jackets, caps, and mittens, though. You can donate at any Clinky Cleaners location in our area. You can also head over to channel3000.com and browse through an Amazon wish list to give back.
Time's running out. Get those coats in.
Please do.
All right, Chris Reese here now, tracking the rain chances this week. Got a few of them, Chris.
Yes, we do. At the start of the show, we talked about the rain that's coming in for Thursday, but now I want to take a moment to talk about some of these rain chances that we're going to see for the later half of the weekend and then early next week, and then again towards the end of next week. So we're going to start things. This is Sunday morning at midnight. We're going to see a system that zips by to our north. It's actually going to have a cold front with it. Now, I'll tell you what, the model itself doesn't want to give much moisture with this, but the day before, we're going to be around 80 degrees. And I always say that that warmer air is able to hold more water content. So I expect just a little bit more moisture than what the model's showing right now. So this is why we're going to keep a chance for some of those showers in the forecast as we go into Sunday. Then attention turns to Monday. Monday morning, you get to work, things are all good. Watch what's starting to move in from the south. So that's going to be our next chance of rain. That's going to take us to scattered showers as we move through Monday into parts of Tuesday as well. We keep the clouds around. We'll break them up for a day. Now we're at Wednesday, early Thursday. Here comes another shot for rain moving our way. That could last into parts of your Friday. But we look at the numbers, we start to add things up, and we have the potential for a very healthy drink of water as we go throughout the next week and some change. I want to highlight the word potential for a very healthy drink of water, because what the model's showing, what actually happens, those are two different things. But as the meteorologist, I'm here to tell you, I've been watching the trends. I've been looking at the atmosphere atmospheric setup, and the possibility of some decent rain is becoming more and more likely as we go through the next couple of days. And I want to make sure that you're just aware of what's coming our way. We're going to watch it. Here's traffic for you right now, by the way. I'm always watching that. We do not have any incidents to report right here in the Madison or Dane County Metro as we speak. If you're driving in from Janesville, coming in from Portage, so far things are all good. We're going to take a look at the commute forecast as we go through the next couple of days. We're also going to take a look at that bus stop forecast right around 6:24.
Sounds good. Thanks, Chris. As shark sightings become more common for surfers on the West Coast, a wildlife group is working on tracking shark behavior. Carter Evans went out with the team as they tag sharks to find out where they are and where they're going.
This is all part of aggregating the data so you can eventually maybe predict when sharks will be around.
And that's the goal. So if I can figure out if this habitat is perfect for them, then maybe we can say if another beach has similar conditions, then those sharks might be moving there.
You can learn more about this coming up at 7 o'clock on CBS Mornings. Coming up in our next half hour, we are talking about grief and loss after 3 students were lost too soon.
Time is 6:20. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
With a nursing degree, helping others went from a job to a career.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
After we backed that bus out of its stall and started driving, I just loved it. We really get a chance to get to know each other. Almost everyone has a different story about how they came to bus driving, so you really end up feeling like you're part of a family.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
It's A1 Furniture's 42nd anniversary sale. Save up to 42% off store-wide. Get 42 months free financing plus tax included on purchases over $9.99. Huge selection in stock now at A1 Furniture.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Seeing the joy that people feel when they share a meal with family and friends, that's why we do this. The laughter of kids around the table, the thrill of families driving through for a treat, the delight of not having to cook, and instead letting us safely serve you. It all comes back to taking care of each other. And for that, we'll be here with your favorites, and always a smile.
We protect more than the car you drive. We protect the dreams that drive you. The It's Not Where We Visit, but Who We Visit policy from American Family Insurance.
End of the road trip.
Protect yourself on the road with a travel peace of mind package, included when you enroll in the Know Your Drive program. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com.
There's been much debate about the Mona Lisa smile. Would it have been bigger and brighter if she'd had good dental care? Maybe if Physicians Mutual Insurance Company had been around back then, it'd be a different story. She could have gone to the dentist more, knowing she'd have help paying the bills. And those regular checkups might have found early signs of tooth decay or gum disease, costly problems that could keep anyone from smiling. Physicians Mutual offers affordable coverage that can help pay for cleanings and unexpected or expensive procedures you might need, like crowns or dentures. This is real dental insurance, not just a discount plan or for checkups only. There are no deductibles, and there's no annual maximum. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Call or go online today for a free information kit from Physicians Mutual. Get the dental care you need to help you stay healthy. For your free information kit with all the details, call us now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Don't miss A1 Furniture's 42nd anniversary sale. Save up to 42% off name brand mattresses and get 42 months free financing plus tax included on purchases over $9.99. Huge selection in stock now at A1 Furniture.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobuson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
Excuse me. I just get really choked up when I see photos like this one by Joel.
Joel knows exactly what you like.
Yes, he does. Did you say he might be pandering to my interests here?
I think Joel might be a bit of a brown noser.
Ooh, well, we're here for it, Joel. Thank you very much for making my morning.
It is a kid. Share your morning with us. We'd love to see it. take a picture, post it on her social media using the hashtag MyNews3Morning.
All right, the NBA preseason officially underway. The reigning champion Bucks had their first preseason game, and it had quite the ending.
Yeah, so third quarter last night, the fire alarm went off. And they decided, let's just call the game.
Why not?
No need to finish this one.
Call it a day.
They gave it the old college try.
We're tired.
Just, yeah, threw in the towel. So yeah, at FedEx Forum, they just decided to end it. So there you go. What a way to start the beginning of the season. But preseason, not like the games matter really at all, but yeah. This was interesting.
Yeah, Giannis wasn't even playing, so I'm sure the fans were like, all right, 3/4 of a game, that's good enough for me.
Maybe not a lot of complaints.
I would have absolutely loved this.
Yeah? What would you have done? Okay, they call it in the third quarter. Where's Chris Reese going?
Really, I would have loved the fire alarm going off. So, like, as a kid, I used to tell people that my favorite subject in school was fire drills.
Oh, there we go.
So I would have been like a kid in a candy store, like the fire alarm is going off, flashing lights, let's go. So I would have had the time of my life.
You know, we go to bed so early, this is just a great excuse to leave early. I wish there were fire alarms at a host of different social events when my bedtime comes up.
Yeah. So my move is when I'm at like an event, because it takes so long to say goodbye to everybody.
In Wisconsin, indeed.
You I just leave. We just duck out.
The old Irish exit. I do that all the time, too.
You just got a nice, easy, clean break.
I will say that started to become called the Leah exit in certain circles because I'm just known to just ghost. Yeah,
all right.
Can't help it.
Real quick, we're going to exit right to the bus stop forecast right here. We're going to see cloud cover early. A little bit of sunshine, though, towards this afternoon. 50s as you head to the bus stop, 70s by the time you're headed home later. Your commute forecast is dry today. We start to turn wet as we move towards tomorrow and Friday.
All right, don't go anywhere, folks. Another half an hour coming at you right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Join Dr. Ashish Raval to learn about the most common types of injuries in young athletes and how to prevent them. This workshop is a must for any parent of a student athlete.
It is said that the eyes are the windows into the soul, which begs the question, can a window have a soul? At Renewal by Anderson, we think so. When it's a window forged from fibrous and over 100 years of refined craftsmanship, the essence of who we are transforms into a superior, stunningly beautiful window. So yes, a window can have a soul. For a limited time, take advantage of this great offer. Find out why we are the better way to a better window. Renewal by Anderson.
Habitat homes are built and bought by the hardworking families that live in them. Through affordable mortgages backed by your donations, Habitat Dane County offers a chance for these families to invest in their future and their community. Please donate or volunteer today.
As traveling continues throughout the year, Meineke Car Care Center is continuing to make your safety our #1 priority. To give you peace of mind, receive a free brake inspection with any appointment. Meineke Car Care Center is here to help keep you safe on the road.
At US Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. While the other guys may limit your options, at US Cellular, you choose any phone and we make it free. That's right, visit our store and any phone you see is free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month and get the most out of our state-of-the-art network, wherever you choose to go. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-914-7929. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. We'll even show you how to use your stimulus money to jumpstart our services and get you debt-free faster than you ever thought possible. Call Credit Associates now to see how much you could save for free. Call 1-800-914-7929.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ashish Raval with the Ortho Team Clinic at Stoughton Health. We hope you can join us for our upcoming event on preventing injuries in young athletes.
Right now, coping with grief. The important message from counselors to work through the loss of 3 high schoolers.
Temperatures staying well above average, and as we're milder, we're also about to turn rainier. We've got that forecast coming up.
Thanks for joining us here on News 3 Now this morning, folks. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Leah Lynchine. Community members continue to mourn the loss of the teenagers killed in a car crash over the weekend.
Last night was an emotional one, especially for the Madison West soccer team that played their first game without Captain Simon Balesi.
For the team, it's just been like a shock. Like, it just felt like a movie, and no one really felt like it was real at all when we first found out.
At minute 13, Balesi's jersey number, teammates stopped play while fans continued to cheer on. To hear more about what teammates and coaches had to say last night, you can go to channel3000.com.
We're also beginning to get a better understanding of who the other 2 teenagers who died in the crash were. John Jack Miller was a senior at Middleton High School. His family says he was involved with the student council, he was the goalie on the school's soccer team, and played club hockey. Evan Cradwell, he was also a senior at Middleton High. He was a 4-year member of the school's cross-country team. We are hoping to learn some more about these students, each of them from the principal, Peg Shoemaker, this morning.
Middleton High School is moving forward with homecoming plans this week. District leaders say spirit activities, this Friday's football game, and Saturday's homecoming dance are chances for the entire school to support each other as a community.
3 students gone too soon. In this week's Eye on Education, we're talking about grief and loss. We wanted to get the perspective of those familiar with how schools are helping students manage their grief. So I talked with Michelle Marking yesterday. For 16 years, she was a social worker and former crisis team lead at Madison West. She says when a school has an unexpected death, their crisis team has a plan already in place. They had a script for teachers to explain what happened, and they'd have a member of the crisis team follow the former student's schedule. Marking helped the school through a number of incidents of loss over the years and says it's important to be able to adjust to what students and staff need.
So it was really to keep an eye on our students to make sure that they were doing okay, doing the best that they could do. We worry about the safety of other students during these times. So the goal was to try to provide that kind of environment and space for students to process.
Counselors say it's important for students to resist that temptation to isolate or withdraw. Instead, lean into your support system. They say don't neglect yourself either. Self-care can be very beneficial in times like these. That means getting enough sleep, eating healthier foods, exercising, meditating, or doing yoga.
And so really thinking about how you process your grief, how you spend time, experiencing and feeling those emotions so that you're not burying them and you're not, trying to stifle that emotion.
Both Xavier and Marking want to stress that people grieve differently. Above all, they encourage those who are struggling to reach out to someone they trust.
6:32 and more local news now. SSM Health says it will continue to offer its current midwife services until a new sustainable model is in place. This announcement comes just days after it said it would make changes to its current midwife program at the end of the year. The health system said it will reach out directly to current patients and provide updates on what the new model will look like. They did not provide a timeline on how soon that could happen. They say, though, they are committed to providing those midwifery services.
Let's check in with Chris Reese now. Madison's certified most accurate forecast. He's here with 3 things to know. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, these warm temperatures are sticking around for us, folks, especially with the 70s. But we're even going to talk a shot at 80 as we move toward the weekend. And then we're also going to be turning unsettled in the short term as well. I want to talk about the shot at 80 for a moment. This is the upper air pattern. It's really driving the weather that we have seen as of late. Our jet stream well into Canada. We have warm temperatures below it. We call this, in the world of weather, A ridge. That's your Meteorology 101 today. A ridge is this big dome of warmer temperatures that your jet stream goes up and over. But as long as we are influenced by a ridge, our temperatures are going to remain warmer than normal around here. Check this out. By the time we get you towards Saturday, we're going to take a connection to the desert southwest when it comes to that jet stream flow. And once again, we're going to see our temperatures take a spike towards 80. We'll start to cool down, though, into early next week. Then we'll really potentially start to get a shot of cooler air as we move towards the end of next week. The question is just how far south is this cooler air able to make it? That'll really drive the kind of temperatures that we end up seeing. Here's the other thing I'm watching. It's this right here, the showers of thunderstorms that we're seeing throughout parts of the South, into Kentucky and Tennessee. This is our next rain chance. That moves into southern Wisconsin as we move into tomorrow. So we're going to watch a lot of this rain stay south of about I-70 and I-80 early on today, but it slowly starts to work its way north. That being said, as you're headed out right now, things are dry, but we are cloudy. We've had the clouds for a couple of days. We're going to start to break them up a little bit today as some drier air tries to work its way on in from the north. 60 right now. Winds are coming out of the east at 5. Juneau, you're at 59, 64 for Janesville. Prairie du Chien coming in at 62. We're at 58 as you work your way towards Camp Douglas, 57 in the Dells as well. I want to put it into motion. We're planning out your day. This is 3:30. Temperatures are at 73. We're seeing some of that sunshine. Here comes that cloud cover. It's moving in from the south, though. We move in towards tonight. The cloud cover moves in. Our showers move in. That's what you're going to have to deal with as we start to work towards tomorrow as well. So look for the scattered showers tomorrow towards Friday. A break on Saturday with temperatures around 80. We do have rain chances on Sunday as well, but several dry hours are expected into your Sunday. But then I'm watching that next system Monday and Tuesday, another one Thursday, all while temperatures continue to hang out well above where we should be this time of the year. By the time we get you towards next Friday, our average high is 61, and we have a forecast high of 68. So we're staying above average.
All right, Chris Reese tracking it all for us. Thank you, sir. You can stay on top of the weather by downloading the Channel 3000 Weather app. Just do a search for Channel 3000 Weather in your app store.
In Washington today, Senate Democrats will try to suspend the debt ceiling through December of next year. Republicans have blocked previous efforts over the past few weeks and are expected to do so again. The debt ceiling allows the U.S. to pay its bills, including those racked up during previous administrations. If the debt ceiling is not raised or suspended by October 18th, the U.S. would default, possibly causing a recession.
The FDA is expected to meet next week to potentially approve the Pfizer vaccine for children under 11. This is the number of kids in the U.S. who have died from COVID surpasses 600.
Frankly, it's an embarrassment in a developed country to have even 100 children like we've had die of an infectious disease that's preventable.
Children under 18 make up 22% of the population. Recent numbers show they account for 27% of new weekly cases. Some good news, though. Overall COVID cases are going down across the country.
In more COVID headlines this morning, there's a green light now for a new home coronavirus test. The FDA has issued emergency use authorization of Acon Laboratories' FlowFlex COVID-19 home-based test. The approval will help double the nation's supply of non-prescription home test kits. The company says it plans to make 100 million tests per month by the end of the year.
6:37 your time now. The sun should be just starting to come up over Madison. Still pretty dark out there. Chris Reese is breaking down the chance for cooler weather. He's going to look at your commute weather as well after the break.
And trying to overcome a nationwide school bus driver shortage. We'll tell you how Milwaukee Public Schools are going to offer something for parents.
And this National Mental Illness Awareness Week, a local man is chasing down stigma.
It's A1 Furniture's 42nd anniversary sale. Save up to 42% off store-wide. Get 42 months free financing plus tax included on purchases over $9.99. Huge selection in stock now at A1 Furniture.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
No interest, no money down, no question about it. You'll love your new floor. I'm Brent Ziegler with H&R Carpets and Flooring's Beautiful event. Get special pricing and special financing up to 48 months on hardwood, luxury vinyl plank, tile, and carpet. We've got the flooring and wall tile to complement your kitchen counter and upgrade your shower. Our interior design staff can help you choose it, and our craftsmen will install it. Save now at H&R Carpets and Flooring, Wanakee.
I learned long ago, if you've got the right tools and a little know-how, you can do it yourself. And no wall of mine's gonna get some dime a dozen paint. Pittsburgh Paints and Stains. Premium performance from start to that tough, washable, one-coat finish. It exceeds expectations of what makes great paint. Pittsburgh Paints and Stains.
Get 11% off everything, including Pittsburgh Paints and Stains.
Hi, I'm Rebecca from 90 Day Fiancé.
And this was my stubborn body fat that I just couldn't get rid of. But then I went to Sonobello and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
It is so intensely gratifying for one visit to make this big of a change. It's amazing.
Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It feels incredible to look down and it's flat. Thank you again, Sonobello. I'm so happy.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-800-595-1532 or go to sonobello.com.
Don't miss A1 Furniture's 42nd anniversary sale. Save up to 42% off name brand mattresses and get 42 months free financing plus tax included on purchases over $9.99. Huge selection in stock now at A1 Furniture.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Coats for Kids needs kid-sized winter coats.
At least 6,000 of them to make sure every child in our area stays warm.
Please help us reach our goal. Donate gently used kid-sized winter coats to Clinky Cleaners.
They'll be cleaned and sent to the Community Action Coalition for distribution.
Don't have a kid's coat to give? Go to Channel 3000 and use the Amazon wish list to donate.
Track our progress on News 3 Now and Magic 98. Then donate to Coats for Kids.
Chris, I'm John from Barneville area. Plan my day.
Good morning, John. It's going to be another day that you're waking up to cloud cover, but I'm optimistic that we'll see a few more rays of sunshine as we start to move into the afternoon. Here's a live look outside right now. Yes, it is a little gray. Temperatures around 60. We're going to be warming up towards 74, though, as we move towards this afternoon. And yes, you're seeing yellow. I do expect us to see that sunshine. Doppler track right now is quiet. We have the cloud cover. I am not concerned about any rain coming out of that cloud cover today. But that'll change as we start to move towards tomorrow. That being said, here's your commute forecast today. No issues are expected. You're going to get to work just fine, John. Temperatures are remaining above average as well, topping out at 80 by Saturday, eventually trying to cool back off into the 60s by the time we move towards next week. Folks, I would love to plan your day for you. I really do enjoy doing this. It's a lot of fun. We're highlighting all kinds of communities in the process as well. And I want to hear more from Southwest Wisconsin. John is in Barneveld. We haven't heard a lot from Southwest Wisconsin. Highland, this is your opportunity. Leah would be very happy. Platteville, we haven't heard from you yet. Lone Rock.
Step it up.
If you have been thinking about it, but you're not sure, send it. Just go ahead and send it.
I'll put the pressure on. I know some folks down there.
Yeah, you do. That's what I'm saying. Leah, where are your friends at? Why aren't they sending it in?
I'll see what I can do. I'll pull some strings.
Tips at channel3000.com.
There you go. Thanks, Chris. So in the 608 this morning, there is a guy here in the 608 who wants you to put your mental health first this week.
Yep, Josh Sprider is here now with how exactly he's doing that. Hey, Josh.
Hey, guys. Good morning. We all have our own ways with letting out stress or maybe coping with anxiety. For many like me, it involves a form of physical fitness. The same could be said about Jay Keel, who you'll find running around Middleton this week. Keel is the director of Children, Youth, and Family Ministries at St. Luke's Church in Middleton and founded a program called 10 for 10. All this week, he's running 10 miles a day for 10 days straight, with other community members taking their turn in supporting him through every step of the way. Keel tells me it's his commitment to raising awareness for mental health and fighting the stigma behind it.
One of the common things that I've been hearing, especially in the past 2 years, is this all feels like too much. And it's usually followed up with, and I don't know how to do it, or I have to do this alone. That just started to make me realize that we don't talk about the real things in life enough, and we don't feel like we have places to go to.
Jay and the 10 for 10 team are encouraging the community to take up their own 10-day commitment and joining in to talk about our own mental health, but they hope it doesn't stop there. Keel wants to make this part of an even larger conversation down the road, so this is really just the beginning. To learn more about his efforts and for other mental health resources, including some phone lines for those of you that are really struggling, you can go to this story at channel3000.com. Guys, we can't stress this stuff enough. It needs to be talked about. I think a lot of us have had our own issues with mental health over the years, but the more you can talk about it, the more you can open up. It's really just going to be better for you in the long run.
And this has the potential to really have an exponential effect. If every person has 10 conversations surrounding mental health, this could go far, Josh.
Yeah, and you just saw there in the video, Jay was actually running with a couple of local doctors, like big doctors here in the community. So if we can get some of the big players around here in the Madison area to really help out with that, I think we're really going to be better off here in the 608 as well.
Sounds like a plan.
Josh, thank you very much.
Let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media or email him at inthe608@WISC-TV.com.
Investigators in California are still trying to figure out what caused a 13-inch split in a pipeline. That's resulting in 140,000 gallons of oil bleeding into the Pacific Ocean. Governor Newsom is using the incident to campaign for a fossil fuel-free future.
Time once and for all to disabuse ourselves that this has to be part of our future. This is part of our past.
Teams are working around the clock to clean up the spill, but it continues to travel south along California's coastline. Currently, investigators think an anchor from a ship might have caused the tear.
In Milwaukee this morning, up to 2,000 students are affected by the district-wide school bus driver shortage. And this is something that's being felt all across the country. But listen to what they're doing in Milwaukee. The public school district is now preparing to pay parents who drive their kids to school. At a school board meeting last night, the Budget Committee passed an amendment that allocates $500,000 in federal funds for this. That money would go towards a transportation stipend to families. The details haven't been hammered out quite yet, though. This decision came after they were unable to call the National Guard in to help drive school buses.
Just across the border, one school district in Minnesota is asking parents to get their substitute teaching license. The district in the southern Twin Cities says it's about 300 substitute teachers short from normal staffing levels. They sent out an email to parents asking if they might be interested. People with a 4-year degree only need to pass a licensing class and a background check to qualify.
You just need them. You can, move people around and shift people around and try to teach myself, but it just really is hard to run a school when you don't have enough coverage.
Now, we haven't heard if districts in Wisconsin have taken to this method of asking parents, but a 3-year short-term sub-license with the same prerequisites is possible.
Hey, Peeps are back just in time for Halloween.
Oh yeah, the pumpkins, monsters, cats, and ghosts couldn't be found in stores last year. That's because the company behind Peeps paused production on all non-Easter Peeps during the pandemic. The packaging is new this year. They've also added a cute little candy skull Peep.
These look a lot better than they taste.
We've had this conversation. Do your kids like the Peeps?
They've had a couple. I mean, at that age, they'll take anything with sugar.
At my age, I'll take anything with sugar.
Yeah.
30 years old, and I'll just eat pure candy for breakfast. I have no shame.
They're hard to resist, though. They were sure fun to put in the microwave as kids, though, and watch them blow up.
Did your parents make you clean up after yourself?
They don't make as big of a mess as you would think. We learned this morning that Leah never did this as a kid.
I did not. I was a well-behaved young child, and my parents can attest.
Yeah, we question what kind of childhood you actually had.
Very, very normal and soft-spoken young woman who never made any mistakes.
All right, well, it's never too late.
All right, I'll try it and get back to you.
Sounds good.
6:47 now, coming up in the morning sprint. Passengers aboard the Amtrak train derailment are now suing the company.
First, though, we want to say happy birthday to BROXTON, rather.
There you go.
And all the kiddos turning 3. Thanks for celebrating with News 3 Now this morning. Love the cheese set. We'll be right back.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
The ultimate mattress sale is happening now at Ashley Home Store. Ultimate savings on Tempur-Pedic, Beautyrest, and Purple mattresses. Plus, ultimate doorbusters at up to 65% off. And free delivery within 5 days on in-stock beds. Only at Ashley Home Store.
Fry Construction is celebrating 26 years of providing excellence in home improvements. We strive to exceed the expectations of our clients with each and every project we do. Respected by your neighbors and voted Best of Madison 2 years in a row. Best kitchen and bath design, best roofer. Experience the Best of Madison for yourself and save 26% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
At U.S. Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. While the other guys may limit your options, at U.S. Cellular, you choose any phone and we make it free. That's right, visit our store and any phone you see is free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month and get the most out of our state-of-the-art network, wherever you choose to go. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
When searching for your dream home, it's important to figure out what style of home you like. Victorian, cottage, Tudor. It's also important to protect your home and all the dreams that come with it. When looking for your dream home, keep in mind good things come in pairs, like dual sinks, Jonathan and me.
And pairing your home and auto insurance, which can get you one step closer to achieving your dream.
Pretty sure people call it bundling.
Bundle your home and auto insurance and save up to 28%.
Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance.
We're divided, but we can agree now's the time to help hardworking Wisconsinites, right? Nope, not Ron Johnson. See, on lowering prescription drug prices, Johnson was a no. Adding dental and vision to Medicare? Nah. Or making childcare more affordable to help people get back to work? No way. What about making the rich, like him, pay their fair share in taxes? Heck no. Tell Ron Johnson, time to say yes to building Wisconsin back better.
Sprinklers protect what fire will destroy. Whether you live in a house or a high-rise, protect it with fire sprinklers. Fire sprinklers buy time. Time buys life. Learn more at firesprinklersbylife.com.
The ultimate sale is happening now at Ashley Home Store. Get ultimate discounts up to 50% off and get a bonus 10% off our sale prices at checkout. Plus 3 years interest-free financing with no minimum purchase. Only at Ashley Home Store.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
6:51, time for the morning sprint.
An arrest has been made in connection with a stabbing homicide in Fitchburg over the weekend. 33-year-old Kanaya Quinn is in the Dane County Jail this morning. She's facing a tentative charge of first-degree intentional homicide. She'd been living with the victim at the time. The Dane County Medical Examiner has identified the victim as 62-year-old Fred Edwards Jr. The stabbing happened early Saturday around 2:30 a.m. on Greenway Cross.
Police are worried about a second attack after a bunch of car windows were smashed out a couple of nights ago. Madison PD, not sure yet who's responsible, but an officer told us that they feel a great sense of urgency to make sure that it doesn't happen to someone else, given just how many cars were hit. The cars smashed on Monday were parked both outside and inside an underground garage at the Stone Creek Gardens Apartments. The Nobel Prize Committee announcing some more winners this week. Today, they awarded the prize for chemistry. The German scientists Benjamin List and Scottish David W.C. Macmillan were awarded for developing a new way to build molecules.
Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway is outlining the highlights of her 2022 executive operating budget. Most items focus around 4 main points, incorporating the town of Madison, improving public safety, investing in affordable housing, and diversifying the workforce. This is just a proposal. At this point, the budget does include a property tax hike of 1.1%. The mayor says that's the smallest increase in 20 years.
SSML says it will continue to offer its current midwife services until a new sustainable model is in place. The announcement comes just days after it said that it would make changes to its current midwife program on December 31st. The health system said it will reach out directly to current patients in the program and continue to provide updates on what the new model will look like.
7 passengers injured in an Amtrak derailment in Montana last month are suing. Court documents show the lawsuits allege negligence from Amtrak. A passenger's attorney says the plaintiffs will look into maintenance, car condition, and human error. They want to find out if any of that contributed to the deadly derailment.
AstraZeneca has filed for emergency use authorization in the U.S. It's for a new COVID-19 antibody therapy. The company says it prevents symptomatic COVID-19, particularly among those who don't get an immune response from vaccination. Based on its trials, the drug reduced the risk of symptoms by 77%. More data on the treatment is expected later this year.
Kellogg's employees are on strike this morning. 1,400 workers at all the cereal company's U.S. plants walked off the job yesterday. The union and Kellogg's have been negotiating for more than a year over pay, benefits, and a threat to move work to Mexico. It's unclear how production of its brands like Frosted Flakes, Special K, and Raisin Bran will be affected.
A weapons charge against Kyle Rittenhouse will stay for now. That's the ruling from the judge after the defense asked him to throw it out. Rittenhouse is charged with shooting 3 people during protests in Kenosha last summer. Rittenhouse is facing homicide charges and being a minor in possession of a firearm. Rittenhouse was 17 at the time and has said he acted in self-defense. The trial is set to start on November 1st.
The FAA says incidents involving unruly airline passengers are at their highest level in months. More issues were reported in the last week than any week since July. A majority of the disruptions, 72%, were over the federal transportation mask mandate. More than 4,600 incidents have been reported so far this year.
1 in 7 cancer patients say they've had a serious operation delayed because of the pandemic. The University of Birmingham looked at data from 20,000 patients in 61 countries and found that even potentially life-saving surgeries were pushed back or canceled due to COVID-19 lockdowns. The impact was biggest on low-income cancer patients.
The side effects of getting a booster dose are largely similar from first to second. However, the FDA's top vaccine official said today swollen lymph nodes appear to occur more frequently after a 3rd dose. The head of the FDA's Center for Biologics Evaluation and Research said it's not overly concerning. He said it's a common side effect with vaccines, and it usually goes away quickly.
In Washington today, the Senate is scheduled to vote on legislation to suspend the debt ceiling until December of 2022. The measure passed the House last week, but Republicans in the Senate have already signaled their intent to block it. The Treasury Department says the federal government will run out of money in less than 2 weeks.
According to the Wisconsin Restaurant Association, Dane County restaurants lost 44% of their workforce during the pandemic. They attribute that to the restrictions that required restaurants to limit capacity to 25%. Statewide, 22% of the restaurant workforce was lost.
We're looking at that weekend forecast. Saturday's a day that's going to feature more sunshine. Temperatures are topping out right around 80 as we start to move towards Saturday. By Sunday, we are going to see a chance for some showers or thunderstorms, but you're also going to see plenty of dry hours into Sunday as well. You head out the door today, it's cloudy, but I want you to take the sunglasses. We'll see some sunshine later on. No rain, and we are certainly warm. Those temperatures are going to be warming up into the 70s. We're watching this, though. This comes our direction tomorrow. It's a cutoff low separated from the jet stream. It's slowly going to meander its way north, and that's going to lead to our rain chances on the increase. Grab the umbrella as you head out the door tomorrow. You'll likely need that. Into Friday as well, several more rain chances are showing up in that extended forecast.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you very much. And thanks for joining us this morning, folks. Have a great Wednesday. We'll see you back here tomorrow.